Okay, we are pulling into Independence, Kansas, which is 80 miles north of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and 90 miles east of Wichita, Kansas. I remember the William Inge Festival, which held at Independence Community College here, which was the location of seasons 3 and 4 of Last Chance U. They have what's the William Inge Festival, which is William Inge is the playwright who wrote Picnic and Bus Stop in the 1950s, and Neil Simon came to present and be a speaker at the William Inge Festival, and he said it takes longer to get to Independence, Kansas from New York than it does to get to London from New York. We have the Walmart here on the right. Now, the other neat thing that I like about Independence is they have what is called Neowalla here, which is Halloween spelled backwards. And it's one of the largest Halloween parades and festivals in the state of Kansas. Here on the right is Jake's Fireworks, closed as of yesterday. Yesterday was July 4th. But anyhow, the William Inge Festival, not William Inge, the Neowalla Festival, as I say, there's, they bring all sorts of bands in from Wichita and various different places for the parade. The town, I think they say the attendance is like 50,000 people that come for the parade. So it's a big deal. Now, Independence, the way it originally kind of got started was it was the location of Sinclair Oil. You can see a train here on the right, Burlington Northern coal train. But yes, Sinclair Oil got its start here and was later Arco, and so that had a big influence on Independence in the early years. And we're currently headed east on Main Street. Basically, this is Highway 75 that comes up north from Tulsa. Brahms here on the right. This is the Arco building up here ahead of us on the right. You'll see as we turn. Last year, they were having problems with the heating and so forth. That was still had offices in it, not for any of the oil businesses, but still had some offices in there, and they closed it last year. So on the right is the Independence Museum. An old theater here on the right that I think they've remodeled the lobby on it, but it's not really in use anymore. So here is Pennsylvania Avenue here in Independence, downtown. Still a vibrant downtown area. Now, one of the things that you'll learn about at the Independence Museum is that Mickey Mantle used to play baseball here in Independence. There was a minor league baseball team here in town, and that is where he kind of got his start playing baseball. And we'll also drive by the location here of where the very first night baseball game in the United States was played. As you can see here as we turn, they have a really nice water park here. And then up here on the right is Schulteis Stadium. They tore down the actual grandstands for the first night baseball game, but that's where it was played, was here. And this is also the location of where Independence Community College and Independence High School play their football games. So this is where the games for Last Chance U were played. Now, as we go up here, we'll go by the Ralph Mitchell Zoo. At Ralph Mitchell Zoo is Monkey Island, which is where the very first monkey sent into space was from. They came here and got him. If I remember right, there is no admission to get into the zoo. And you can see the Monkey Island Tower here to the left. An old Santa Fe steam engine. Veterans Park here on the left. Miniature golf course on the right. As I say, it's a nice, very nice little city park area. Lots of sculptures. Here in the main plaza down here. It's been 30 years ago when I went to junior college here. And the year before I came was the first year that Independence had won the Kansas Jayhawk League Independence football. And then they were an awful team for 30 years up until Jason Brown came for Last Chance U. And then everyone knows about the controversy that came with him, and so he was only coached for 2 years. Although the assistant coach that took over did a wonderful job last year, and they're 9-2. I like this old church here on the left. I think it'd make a good art gallery. Over those last 30 years, the city of Independence has shrunken by about 25%. It was about 12,000 people back then. It's now about 9,000 people. Montgomery County Courthouse on the right. One of the neat shops up here is Magnolia Candle Company, I think is the name of it. They do soy-based candles, and a really nice little shop. On the left is Big Cheese Pizza, one of the last Big Cheese Pizzas. My sister used to work at one in high school in Wichita. Up here on the left is Turbo's, which is a nice little bar restaurant. And Uncle Jack's here on the right. Here on the left is the hotel booth, which is now condominiums, I believe. It was condominiums, apartments. It was remodeled in the mid-'80s. Walgreens here on the left. We're back at the corner of 10th and Main. If you go all the way down 10th Street, here you'll end up in Deering, which is the shortest way from Independence to get to Coffeyville. Have a little frisbee golf course here, some basketball courts. We'll drive by the baseball stadium here on the right. Nice greenhouse nursery there on the left. Lots of corn planted in this area. More so than I remember there used to be. We're going to pass a little pet shop here on the right. That was where I first got my first aquarium. I moved up here with a guy who lived in a mobile home on the east side of town while I went to school here. Keith Metcalf. Have no idea what happened to him, but he was kind enough to put up with me. There's what was Gunny Sack 3. I'm not certain if that's still the name. I think they've sold it off, so it's not part of the rolls from Caney. But we're turning out here to Independence Community College, so they've got new practice fields that have been built out here just because of Last Chance U. There's some new dorms, although here's the old dorms that were in use when I was in high school. I'm not sure, I mean, I know some of the coaches lived in them during the filming of Last Chance U, but I don't know if that's still the case or not, or what they're used for. But enjoyed my time going to school here. Spent 3 semesters here. Some of the best grades I've ever gotten. Got straight A's, I think, 2 of those 3 semesters. The third one I was tried to take 21 hours, ended up with 18, so I didn't quite do as well that year, but took Calc 3 and differential equations for I don't know what reason. Those weren't classes that I needed to have for my accounting degree. Won a Anna Award for Best Actor in a series of plays here. And here on the left is the William Inge Theater, named after the playwright that I talked about at the beginning of this video. So anyhow, that is it here from Independence, Kansas, a town I've been coming to for 30 years and really enjoy. Hope you've enjoyed this little history tour, and have a great day. Thank you.